Did I wake up at 2 a.m. on my holiday in Sydney to purchase this bag? Yes, I did. Now, a long time ago, this YouTube channel used to be all about fashion and beauty. My sister and I used to regularly do handbag unboxings. And I know you're probably expecting another video from me about social media, but I really just felt like filming this, and I know it's outside my niche. I'm breaking all of the rules, but I kind of just had this nostalgic feeling of wanting to unbox a handbag on YouTube. So I hope you guys will humble me a little bit here and allow me to indulge in a bit of a different video today. But I also thought we could have a bit of a chat as I unbox about luxury fashion, how my mindset has changed around it. Because I honestly always say one of the big drivers for me of starting my business, as materialistic as it sounds, was like I wanted to be in a position where I could buy myself lovely things, where I could buy myself lovely handbags. And since achieving that, I've kind of realized that I never really needed that. All right, let's get this out of the cardboard. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting such a beautiful box. Look at that. It's a very plain cardboard box, and then when you open it up, it has these beautiful drawings inside. I'm going to save that for my scrapbooking. That is so cool. And here we have the packaging. I used to always buy myself a handbag for different milestones in my business. Oh, there's my receipt. Do I want to look at that? Not in particular. I bought myself my Givenchy Antigona when I went full-time in my business. A little bit of inside goss on that one. I sold all my ex-boyfriend's jewelry that he gave me to be able to buy that bag. It was a real moment. Then when I hit my first 20K month, I bought my YSL bag. But ever since then, oh my gosh, look at all of the detailing on this. Like, I love a luxury unboxing. The only new bags I've bought recently have been from a brand called Strathberry. Beautiful leather bags. Designed in Scotland. I think they're made in Spain. Very subtle, very much no logos or minimal logos. And I have been following a YouTuber, Lydia Millen, for a number of years now. And she has been going through a similar change in her wardrobe to me. I really don't find myself drawn to buying these expensive handbags anymore. And I even did a video a couple of years ago talking about the quality of my Louis Vuitton bag, my precious Speedy, that was just like the most amazing thing when I bought it a few years ago. And I talked in that video about how much the metal has degraded and the quality hasn't really stood up to the test of time, and how it's essentially doubled in price since I bought it. And I am still called the handbag queen from my family. That is my nickname, but it's definitely changed over the years in terms of what I actually value when I look for handbags. And a lot of that is about design and craftsmanship now rather than fancy logos. I love what Lydia Millen stands for. I'm obsessed with her channel. It's my comfort channel. I love watching her vlogs. And when she first teased this particular handbag, I knew that I had to have it. Hence why I woke up at 2 a.m. to order it, because I knew it was going to sell out. And let's open it up and have a look. Ooh, there's a little card in here as well. This packaging is honestly better than anything I've ever bought. It is with great pleasure that I introduce my debut design collection in collaboration with the esteemed Fairfax Favors brand. I think a lot of my change has come from the fact that suddenly when you are in a financial position to buy all these luxury handbags, you kind of realize you really only wanted them because of the label and because of how that makes you, quote, look, and the, quote, prestige that it gives you, the clout, if you will. And I had a bit of an epiphany 2 years ago where I was really wanting to buy a Cartier ring, my Gucci shoes, and a Van Cleef necklace, like the stereotype, like Barbie box of, cool girls on Instagram and the things that they had. And I kind of paused for a second and I decided to order a Van Cleef dupe and a Cartier dupe ring. And they weren't even real gold. I just wanted to buy them and see how I liked them. Spoiler alert, if you have seen it in my videos, that is a fake Van Cleef. I kind of realized after I bought it that people would make comments about it, and it just felt like I was buying stuff with logos on it to look cool. And when I actually had it on, I was like, do I care? Do I care to pay an extra like $3,000 for a piece of jewelry just because it's recognizable, and then people will know that I'm successful and will know I have money? And that's like, now that I'm approaching 30, I feel like I just have a very different outlook on life. I feel like I am looking for peace in other ways. Oh my God, I just got a glimpse of the color. So this bag was around $500 US. So I would still class that as a luxury. It is beautiful quality and I'm really excited to have it in my collection, but this has been quite a shift for me. Again, looking at antique jewelry, looking at non-designer labels, and instead finding brands that really prioritize the quality, the craftsmanship, and the history of their brands. And this is the purchase that I have made. Oh my gosh, that is stunning. Oh, see, I love handbags. And I think what I've realized over the years is like, I can get so much joy from a bag that isn't Louis Vuitton, that isn't Chanel, that isn't Dior, that isn't Hermes. And wow, the shape of that. I didn't quite expect it to like taper at the top like that. I thought it would be more rectangular, but I love that. Oh, it just wants to focus on my face. Look at that color and the buckle on the front there. This unboxing experience has surpassed anything that I expected and has brought me so much joy. I think I'm gonna have to put it all back in a box and unbox it again for TikTok. So this particular bag is from the Town & Country collection, and it is the clutch bag in the burgundy smooth leather. So this leather isn't pebbled, it doesn't have any grain, which some people might say is a bit of a disadvantage because it's probably likely to scratch, but I kind of loved that about this bag. And oh my God, look at the gray cardigan. Stop. Oh my gosh. Got a magnetic closure, and it does have a beautiful crossbody strap. Oh, that's really cool the way that's designed. So this, let me try and get the tape off here. So this particular clutch design was the first to sell out. I was awake nice and early before 2 a.m. rolled over. I had the page open on my phone. I refreshed at 1:59 until everything went live. I was checked out in under a minute. I had all my credit card details saved. I was like ready to go. By the time I kind of went back and saw my email confirmation and checked everything was fine, when I went back to the page at 2:02 a.m., so 2 minutes after it released, the burgundy clutch was sold out. So I felt very chuffed to have grabbed one, but I also expected nothing less. Like watching Lydia's videos, she mentioned how, she didn't expect that kind of response, but I don't think she probably understood how many of her followers have been like avidly following this collection and the development of it. And from like a marketing point of view, I will say it has been very, very cool to watch an influencer actually bring her audience along in the design process. I feel like it's so much more common these days to keep it secret and then kind of launch with this big fanfare. And I am such a fan, as you guys will know from my social media videos, of having a business model, having a launch model where you bring your audience behind the scenes, I should say, and make them feel part of the process, because then they're that much more connected to the product. And I think this is a launch. The other bags, the entire collection, sold out in under 10 minutes. This one in 2 minutes. Like, that just shows you the power of community building and the power of actually bringing people behind the scenes with you. So there is the crossbody strap. It's going to need to be hung up and kind of ironed out, but I love the way that it goes under the flap there and is all secured rather than like a clip and hook. I think this looks a lot classier. We have one big open compartment and a little zipped compartment at the back. To be honest, I never use those in a handbag because they're always so tight and difficult to get things into. And then I believe there's a little mirror in here. How cute is that? So this has the collection engraved on it, but then it's meant to be kind of like a handy mirror that you can have in your handbag. Oh, it's got its own little pocket. That's so cute. The smell of this is unreal. I think for me, I have completely changed the way that I see luxury in my life. And I did a post recently on my Instagram where I talked about a day in the life as a rich business owner. And it did really well in terms of engagement and reach. I think it has around 20,000 views now. And I think that is because it's a message that resonates with so many people, realizing that rich doesn't mean having the Van Cleef necklace, having the Cartier ring, having the Gucci shoes. Rich is being able to be in charge of your own schedule, the freedom and flexibility that comes with being a business owner, or that comes with having a higher income. The fact that I can buy my family and friends nice gifts. The fact that I can go to see health professionals when I want to. The fact that I can take holidays anywhere in the world. Like I've been on 3 international trips this year. That's crazy. And for me, that has been where I've begun to kind of value my money. And it was actually part of the reason for the pivot behind this channel. I will eventually bring my sister on to do a podcast interview with and talk about the change from her leaving the channel, and I did actually buy her out of the channel. And a big part of that was because as much as I love, filming this odd handbag video and it feels so nostalgic and fun, and like I love watching other people's fashion videos, I can't make them anymore because I don't buy enough stuff. Like I bought this bag. This is the first bag that I bought. Okay, I bought one bag for my birthday, second-hand bag. Other than that, I haven't bought anything in almost 2 years in terms of handbags. In terms of clothes, I still like to buy clothes, but it's just not on the level that I'd be able to actually keep up a consistent YouTube channel. I also think I don't want this to come across the wrong way because I love fashion. I love putting together my little outfits. I love buying beautiful things like this. I love the craftsmanship, the art, the design, the style. But I think for me, I don't love it enough to make videos about it every week. And I don't love it enough to turn it into like a YouTube channel like I did when I was a teenager. And I think looking back now, I didn't realize how much weight I put on the material things I was buying and how much they meant to me in terms of showing the world this certain image, showing them that I was good enough, showing them that I was cool enough. And I think as you get older, just like Lydia kind of shares on her channel, like you just kind of stop caring as much about what other people think in that sense. And I don't know that I need designer jewelry and designer handbags to show the world that I'm successful, because I know that I've built a successful business and I know that I'm really proud of myself and what I've achieved. But it is nice to have beautiful treats like this every now and then. But yeah, that's kind of part of why I've pivoted this channel so much to be about business, because that's what I'm passionate about and that's what I love. And I love helping other people build their businesses. And I love the freedom that opens up for them, because I've experienced that myself. I've seen so many of my Dishing Up Digital School students experience that. Oh, wow. I'm like having a deep conversation and then I keep getting distracted looking at my handbag. Look at the detail on this. There's like the Fairfax Favor logo on the little metal clasp. Beautiful. I don't know if anyone else can relate to my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. And I know there's a lot of people who have unsubscribed from this channel because they don't like the direction that I've taken it in and they miss the fashion content, and that's totally okay. But maybe there's some of you that like both and you can watch this video. But to be honest, I don't care, because I just wanted to make a video about my handbag. And sometimes you gotta make content just for the fun of it. I think I prefer the top handle / under the arm look, but I like that it has this for the practicality of it. Like if I'm going traveling, I would definitely take this bag, take the crossbody strap, because I know that would be really useful if I'm like walking around doing touristy things. And then I can have a cute little evening sort of clutch. Let me see. Ooh, stop it. That is so extremely cute. And then under here, I am obsessed with this. Please excuse, I've got no shoes on. You'll just have to envision it with shoes. Let's see what we can fit in here. We've got my phone. Oh, let's see if my Kindle fits. I think it's going to. Yes, perfect. We love a handbag that's like fitted for a Kindle. I've got a compact and a lipstick. Chuck that in there. Although I guess I don't need the compact because I've got my handy little mirror that's built into the bag. Got my little wallet. This was actually the last designer thing that I bought with a logo on it. And I must admit, I love this, but I think I will, if / when it eventually gets worn out, which to be honest, it's in very good nick, I will probably just buy like a nice Strathberry one or a nice leather one without a logo, because again, I think I spent $400 on this, which I'm kind of like, bleh, why did I do that? But again, I was so young. I was what, 26, 27, for context for anyone wondering. I'm only 29 now. Ooh, and I should be able to fit my sunglasses in the top here. Wow, this fits a lot. That's actually become quite heavy, and it still closes. So if we have a little look in here, you can see how much kind of stacks in there, which is very cool. This is like a perfect size for me, but it doesn't look too big when you're wearing it. Okay, I think that's all you do in a bag review video, right? Beautiful leather, beautiful quality, stitching is stunning. I've shown you what can fit inside it. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my new bag. I think I'm gonna do a post on Instagram talking about their marketing strategy because again, I love fashion, but I'm always gonna look at the marketing side of things as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.